Hi there, my name is Esther, and I love to encourage people to tap into their potential, to fulfill their purpose, to not be stagnant, don't procrastinate. Make sure that you are putting your all into what you're sharing. If you've tapped into your purpose, make sure you are doing your best, the best that you can do, that you're open to whatever God would have you to do, open to whatever His blessing is for you once you do tap into that. I was thinking about today, just some of the people that may have been a blessing to me, or I might realize that they're no longer living and I'm still talking
Talking
about
about
them.
them.
Other people are still talking
Talking
about them.
about them.
And it's like they're still, I was looking at it today, like, wow, they are still talking, even though they're not here any longer. And I started thinking, I want to be like that. I want to be and do something so much so that once I'm no longer here, people are still talking about what a blessing I was. Not necessarily saying that they have to know my name, but they just remember that this woman did such and such, whatever that impacted their lives for the positive, for the better. And I started thinking that I wanted to share that because a lot of times we're thinking about while we're living how much we might impact, but I want to make sure that we know that there's a world that we can impact that could still to be talking about us, and we could still be sharing information after we're gone. And I think that is awesome. I think about the Michael Jacksons and Martin Luther Kings. We might not be as famous as them, but there are people that are going to remember some things that you did and how you might have changed their lives, how you might have blessed them, and they're going to be talking about it. You might cook like nobody else, and they remember that meal that blessed them that day that they were so hungry and they were so tired, and you just came along and blessed them with this meal, and they will never forget it. You might have talked to that elderly person and you made them feel like they were seen, and they're still talking about it, maybe impacted a person when they were younger. And then as they become an adult, they remember this man or woman that did whatever they did when they were younger, and they will never forget it because it changed their lives. People might not know you by name, but I'm just saying that if you tap into your purpose, you never know how long you'll be talking once you're no longer here. And I know some people might say, well, if I'm not here, it doesn't matter, but it does. You want to make a difference. God purposed you for something in particular. You might impact the world in a way that nobody else can. So I'm just saying, basically, just don't hold back. Put your all into it. Continue to speak even after you're gone. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.